Happy Monday morning, my fellow estheticians, and thank you so much for joining Shelley Show and Tell. I'm Shelley Hancock, and today I am super excited about our guest. It's Laura Porter, the representative from Method Bridget Kettner. That's the German company that I've been working with for, oh my gosh, I think maybe close to 8 years now.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And we've known each other just a minute, huh?
Yeah.
Before we get started with that, I'm going to do my usual Monday morning quotes that you guys know that I love to do. This one comes from the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. This is one of my favorite books, The Power of Intention. And what I do is I just open the books and it seems like what I need to hear just is right there for me. I love this one. To realize your desires, match them with your inner speech. Keep all inner talk focused on good reports and good results. Your inner speech mirrors your imagination, and your imagination is your connecting link to spirit. If your inner speech is in conflict with your desires, your inner voice will win. So if you match desires with inner speech, those desires will ultimately be realized. That one just really hit me because we talk a lot about, what you talk about comes about. So what comes out of your mouth, but we don't talk a lot about what goes on in your head. That's speech as well. And for me, I know sometimes I can have a motion picture movie going on in there about what I don't want. And we need to change all that. And we need to start talking to ourselves about what we do want. Laura,
Yep.
Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And does that bring up anything for you?
Yes, definitely. I think when you manifest good things for yourself, good things happen. I think it's so important to be optimistic versus pessimistic, and I think that quote really kind of resonates to that. So thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Yeah. So I will tell the story actually about how you came into my life. It's when I had my training center down in Orange County, and an esthetician had just gone to the Long Beach show. Yep. And she came into my training center with an eye rejuvenator and said, oh, look at this little tool I just got. And I was so intrigued with it that I reached out to you, and it's been an 8-year love story.
Yep. It sure has. I think that was Mary Ruth that introduced us.
It was. It definitely was. So besides you being such a wonderful person to work with, the company itself, Method Bridget Kettner, is just such a wonderful company to work with. You make such quality equipment. You take care of all of us. I just feel really blessed.
Well, I do too. I mean, meeting you for MBK when we came to the US, meeting you was a game changer for everything. I had just gone to Germany, and I actually got trained on the line there. Just a little bit about MBK. It's a German company, and it's been sold throughout, Europe and Asia for over 30 years. So not a new brand, a very well established brand in Europe, but we brought it to the US about 8 years ago. And so I met Shelley kind of right out of the gate, and it's such an important partnership for MBK, and also just me personally. We've become good friends, and you're definitely like my partner. We work together to bring you all great products, and Shelley just has been super important to MBK growing in the US for sure. Absolutely.
It's been fun, Laura, putting our two heads together, and like you'll send me a piece of equipment and I'm like, no, I don't think so on this one. And we go back and forth, and then you and I come up with the names of them, which that's just my creative side. Just absolutely.
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, the thing is that not everything resonates in the US that that Germany has, and vice versa. So we have to figure out what's best for the US market. And I tell everyone this: I'm not an esthetician, I'm a sales and marketing person. So Shelley, you are my professional counterpart, if you will, or partner. And so that's why this works so well.
That's fabulous. So we do have a new toy, as I call them,
yes.
that we're introducing. And we named it Glo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that packaging. It's just
Yeah,
so,
you see it good.
yeah.
It's really awesome. It's got like a little shine on there. It's really nice.
Um, so we called it the Glo Brush, but we kind of feel like we should have left the word brush off of there because there's so much more to this. Yes, it does have the bristly side, which is going to be your, nice cleanse, use over the top of your cleanser.
Yeah, right.
Okay. It just fits in your hand really well. It's really nice. But there's a whole nother side to this that this comes off. You can put a piece of gauze on here if you want. It does a deep cleanse, has a positive and a negative ion. It's got microcurrent for toning, and it also has the yellow and the red LED. So all of that's going on in this little unit. You could literally do a full facial with this.
Yeah, that's why I love it so much. For me, it's like especially for retail, like this is something everybody needs at home because you can do so much more than just clean your face. You've got the anti-aging, you've got the yellow LED for calming, the red skin tone. So, I mean, it's just like a one-stop little shop device, if you ask me. That's kind of what I call it. We've been definitely needing a cleansing brush, but, we didn't want to just have a cleansing brush. Like you said, everybody has a cleansing brush. What can we do different to make this, not even a cleansing brush, but totally a new device that has all of these kind of unique abilities to it? And so that is Glo.
So, Laura, let me ask you, I know that the Valero, which was just a cleansing brush that we had for years, it was fabulous. And you could use it in the shower.
Sure.
Like you didn't want to be straight under the water, but it could get moisture and that would be fine. You know what? I have to say, I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, this is waterproof. I mean, I think what we always tell everyone is more of a water resistant, right? Like you don't want to submerge this. You don't want, water to get into the electronic component here. But it's definitely waterproof. So you can use it in the shower for sure. But like I said, just kind of keep an eye out for this, where you plug in the USB cable. But yep, it's waterproof.
Yeah. So if you are going to use it in the shower, don't be directly under the water. And then when you place it down, place it away from where the water is coming down.
Don't like put it in a sink of water to clean it, for example.
Definitely.
You don't want to do that, but
love the fact that it's cordless and rechargeable. That's always a good thing. And the price point for the estheticians, we're not going to say it on this video because it does get recorded and goes out there on YouTube and on the website. But if you sign into your professional account on the website, you'll get to see the price, and it's really good.
Yeah.
So, I recommend having one in your office at least, and then, we can ship them directly to your clients. I think this one's going to go over really big.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great retail product, I think, which is always important for the professionals to keep that in mind as that additional revenue stream for you guys. Obviously the eye rejuvenator, which, Shelley and I were talking about earlier, this is such a great retail device. This is probably our top selling retail device. But if I had to guess, like, I really feel like this one's going to be a contender for that. So between these two items as retail, I feel like it's going to be awesome.
Well, I feel like the client should go home with both.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Yeah, because you definitely need an eye treatment after you do everything that you have here. So for sure.
And then remember with the eye rejuvenator, you always tell your clients around the lips as well. It is so good for those lip lines, even right on top of the lips. If you tend to have dry lips, just drive some product into your lips. It really hydrates and a little bit of plumping, from it as well.
I totally agree. Yep.
Yeah. Laura, let's just kind of go over the other fabulous pieces of equipment that I don't have them all at my desk.
I do.
Oh, I knew you would. I think
I have most of them.
Let everybody else know what I get from your fabulous, the other pieces I get from your fabulous company.
Okay. Well, we have, aside from the eye rejuvenator, I think for sure our most popular device is the Curve, obviously. This one is amazing for neck, face, and body. It has 4 modalities, and you can use it for tightening and firming, really smoothing out the skin tone where clients might have some cellulite. So yeah, don't you think this is definitely our next most popular one,
Yeah,
Shelley?
I love that. The minute I saw it, can you put your hand in it, how you would use it? Because I want to show everybody how we're gonna turn it the other direction.
Oh, okay, sorry, this way.
There you go. That is, to me, so ergonomically correct for us. I'm always thinking about our bodies and being over the table, and that one's just super simple to use. Yeah.
And just so you can kind of get an idea of the size, like I always tell people, it's like the size of the palm of your hand. So that's what makes it so great for this area and the body. So some other, things that don't have this nice face size obviously aren't going to be as conducive for the body. So this is, for stomach, for arms, for thighs, up onto your glutes. So definitely, so this has RF, LED, ultrasound, and biomechanical vibrations. It's a timed treatment, 15 minutes per body part.
My suggestion, if you're going to do bodies with it, is to get 2. You can imagine going up the back of a leg, the front of a leg, in this motion, how much faster you're going to get it done. And then double the amount of, the what am I trying to say here? The unit will be on the body.
Cutting your time in half, basically, when you're doing it on the legs.
Yeah.
So, okay, so then we have the microderm, which has tips that come off, and you have a normal tip and a sensitive tip. So these can just be placed in your, barbicide or your sterilizer to sterilize in between clients. This little device is quite powerful. It has a really good suction level. It has a high and a low, and you're going to use it on dry, clean skin to really exfoliate all those dead skin cells off.
Holding that skin very tight while you do it, you guys. Really.
And you want to do like really nice, even passes. You don't need much pressure. Just very light passes is the way that I think it's used the best. Okay, and then we have our awesome spatula. So this one comes with a charging dock. This has 4 different modes. It has a sonic mode, a lifting mode, a positive and negative ion mode, and then a high-low mode. Let me see if this is charged. I wonder if this is going to mess up the. Yeah. Does that sound mess it up?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was going to demonstrate, but usually, like if I could have it on, if you go like this, there will be like steam that comes off. You can really see how powerful this spatula is compared to some other ones. Yeah, it's got 28,000 vibrations per second, and it's a pretty awesome spatula, I think.
It is. I've sold several throughout the years, and this is the one I've settled on for the last, how long I've known you? 8 years.
Yeah.
It's just a quality piece of equipment. It really is. All of your equipment is.
Thank you. Okay, the next one, and I think this is it, is our newest device outside of the Glo, and it is our RF device.
Our signal.
So this is, a powerful radio frequency device. This is for professionals only. We don't sell this retail. And I'll let Shelley talk a little bit about why and the technology in this one.
Yeah, and not all states is RF legal for estheticians. So please be aware and check your own state board, because we don't keep track of all of that, ourselves. I've tested several RF because people just seem to be really interested in it. And I've tested throughout the years quite a few pieces, and I chose not to use them because RF heats from the inside out. Okay, so it's stimulating that collagen and elastin deeper from the inside out. So I remember one piece I got years ago. I thought, okay, I'm going to do this on myself the wrong way because I want to see what happens. If somebody buys this and doesn't follow my instructions, what's going to happen to it? So with RF, you don't feel a whole lot because that heat's going down deeper. So on the one that we have, the signal, you're moving. On the one I was testing years ago, you placed it and you do one pulse and move to the next area. So I did one pulse. I went, didn't feel much. Another pulse, Still nothing. Let me do another pulse, third pulse. I don't still feel anything. I don't think anything's going on with this machine. And I went about my day. I got up in the morning. My whole forehead was blistered.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Because it's heating from the inside out. You don't feel much on top. And so I said to myself, Shelley, I don't want to be responsible for people not following the instructions. So I chose not to go move forward with that piece of equipment. So I was a little hesitant when you did send me that one because of that experience. But the whole idea of the movement, and I immediately, the first time I used it on a client, I just noticed like a boost in the glow, in the hydration in the client. It's going to be something that takes more time to see any kind of toning from it, but it's just a nice booster with any treatment. So I love that piece of equipment.
And then I don't have the Wave sitting here, but I forgot about the Wave. We do have an LED device called the Wave that has red, yellow, and blue LED, or no, red, green, and blue, right?
Yes.
And so that's also available. But
that's got a deep cleanse and ultrasound with it as well, and biomechanical vibration. Okay. So, for me, it's just fun to have all sorts of toys, and everything from MBK is just so reasonably priced that we can afford to have all of those in our room, because it's fun to do different things each month on a client so that they're not laying there going, okay, I know exactly what she's going to do next. It's more like,
and I think too, like for MBK, like our goal is to, fill the line with devices that you can, some of them you can use as add-ons, and some of them, like the spatula, you're going to use throughout your entire facial. But we really want to have a device to meet like all of your needs in a facial or in like a body treatment or whatever. So we also have, all various price points. We have some devices that will be, less, and then some that will be more like the Curve. So we kind of have all gamuts under the MBK umbrella.
And keep them coming.
Yay, we will.
Me.
And also, everything has a 2-year warranty. So that's really important, I think, to mention, because, obviously there are other devices out there for sure, but not everybody backs theirs up with a 2-year warranty. And so we want our customers happy. If you're not satisfied, we don't like that. So we warranty everything. If you have any issues, you go to Shelley or me, and we're going to take care of you. That's just what we do.
Yeah, you're awesome with that. And that's one of the things I really love about you guys. Well, the 20 minutes goes really, really fast.
Oh, is it already done? I feel like you and I could chit chat forever.
I know, we could, for hours. There's something that I read not too long ago, and I don't know where I read it or who it was, so I can't give credit to whomever this person was, but I had to write it down when I read it, because it just made so much sense for us in our industry with our clients. You're only as good as the attention you are giving to the client in front of you.
Oh, that's powerful. Yeah.
It is. How many times have we had a client in front of us, but our mind was elsewhere, thinking about the next client that was coming in, or that client's talking to us, sharing, what they feel about their skin, and our mind is going with what we feel about their skin. It's really about being present. The more present you are, the better you're going to be at taking care of that client, at making sales, at rebooking that client, at all aspects. You need to be present in that moment and not thinking about something else.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents for today, everyone.
I agree 100%.
Well, thank you so much, Laura, for joining us. I appreciate it. Y'all go on the website and take a look at the Glo Brush. It's absolutely fabulous. They're not here quite yet, but it will be, fingers crossed, this week.
They're on the way. I don't know about this week, but probably next week for sure. Okay. Just kind of depending. Of course, you never know for sure with shipping, but they are en route. So yay for that.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. Go out and have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.